You are being watched.
Welcome back to WhatAreMovie!
Today
Is...
a fun day. We are watching...
Too many words.
We are watching Person of Interest. Continuing
Yes.
Person of Interest.
Episode 7.
I am Tony.
And I am Claire, and I am
And-
wondering why we're only 10% way through this season and nearly
Well,
finishing all the others.
That's because this is a very long season of shows. It's a bad robot show as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's not just those, because like other shows have a lot of episodes, but if you compare this to Fringe and Lost, they both have very long seasons. But anyway, we are on season 1, episode 7, Witness. It was aired on the 3rd of November 2011, directed by Frederick E.O. Toye, and written by Amanda Segel? Yeah, I believe so.
Amanda, something
if
Tony
I'm wrong,
wrote in yellow and he can't read it.
The text somewhere here will correct me. You've got the air date over there. I'm just going to make a new box that says something silly. I don't know.
What is she doing?
What is this person doing? Last time was The Fix with Zoe Morgan. Remember her? She fixed things. She would say a few words.
Yes.
It was all about a pharmaceutical company
Yep.
that had a new drug coming out. They hid the trials where it killed 3% of the people. Yeah, there we go.
And they ended with it going, well, I might see you again.
I might see you again,
Yeah,
trouble.
because they're kind of like the same sort of...
They kind of have the same sort of job, except she does it with words, he does it with...
Pew, pew, pew!
Pew in the knee. So there we go. What have you got to expect from this one?
No,
Anything you're looking forward to?
episode
No?
is-
Yeah, but like I said, it's one of those shows...
Looking at him.
What, Mr. Reese?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair
Oh,
enough.
no, Mr. Finch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. You'd like really doing my man Fusco a bad one there. Anyway, is there anything you're expecting from this episode?
No.
Like, do you want to see more of Fusco? More of...
I don't know. I have no expectations for any episode because, like, I don't know. The episodes are so complete within themselves.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, though...
Apart from that one where...
We will get to the place where stuff starts...
Yeah, apart from that one where there was that scene about... You know, in that beach house and stuff that you were like, wait...
What happened? Yeah. So
that was the only one
knows?
that I've been like, oh, I want to know. But it's an episode in itself, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So,
the only thing I'd like to know is more about the actual machine, but that's
more about
coming
the machine
out so
and
slowly.
Finch and, Well, we've still got another 13,
I like
16
the episodes regardless, so I don't mind if
they're
no
not fun.
information comes out.
So let's do it. 4 reactions in the description. You need your own copy to watch. We're watching it on Amazon Prime. Watch our cut down version here. But make sure to come back if you go there to see us talk about it.
Yep.
Cool. Right.
Who let the dogs out? Oh, that was disappointing.
You are being watched. The government
That's kind of freaky. I didn't know we'd do it at the same time.
What do you think someone would think if they spied on you?
Spied on me?
Yeah.
Jeez, does he do anything but watch YouTube?
Call came in. We have a location on the target.
Get the team and I'll meet you there. I want to
Who's
be
got
there in person.
a target?
I want to kill him myself.
Oh.
Or why do I feel like Miss? Or not? I was gonna be like, I felt like Mr. Reese was gonna be the target.
Wait, can you rewind that for me?
He says something.
Thought it was all done mopping up bodega shootings when I got on the homicide.
Yay, Fusco!
We got ourselves a witness.
Any sign of him? This ain't no neighborhood you want to be called a snitch.
Got a bunch of reporters out there begging me for scraps. What do you tell them?
Send him to the task force PR guy.
Brighton Beach is Russian territory, so what's the LCN doing here?
You kidding? There's a war going on. We don't know much other than a name. Elias. You heard of him? Elias is a clever bastard. Nobody even knows what he looks like.
What about the witness?
Oh.
Your boy, the victim, said something to the witness.
Russian owner of this fine establishment was not giving us anything.
You think he told the shooters we found a witness? We gotta get to this witness before the Russians do.
Wow.
Oh, there he is.
Ah.
Received his number late last night. His name's
He's
Charlie.
not
Ah,
Charlie Burton.
He's a high school history teacher.
Maybe he has students after him. You know, teaching can be a dangerous profession.
Yes, I imagine espionage was a much safer choice.
I like that.
Hello, Lionel.
I'm looking for a guy that could use some help.
I think I already did.
Why am I not surprised?
Whoever did this hit, they're gonna come looking for him.
I've already found him.
Oh,
Mr. Reese?
Rest of you.
They're just on the street with huge guns. I just don't get America. Like, nobody's gonna react. They're gonna be like, oh.
Oh, that was close.
Get out of my apartment.
Mr. Burton, you're in danger.
How do I know you're not one of them?
Because I'm standing in front of you, and you're still alive.
Doesn't seem like I've got a choice.
No.
No. He's got a trusting face, Mr. Reese.
He does. He also has a way with his words that you're just like, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Nice.
My hero.
The fastest way out of this neighborhood is through those buildings.
Even the Russians don't go into the double Bs. A Bulgarian drug dealer runs the place.
Okay, Finch, I'm gonna need another route out of here.
No.
We're on our own. I need your cell phone.
I don't believe in them. Hey, this isn't mine.
It's now.
Either. Get in.
Get out!
Oh.
No.
Still finds a way to get him in the knee.
It's gonna be a problem.
You say the Russians don't go in there? Well, that's where we're going.
Well.
That went straight into it.
Mm.
No hanging around with this episode.
Nah.
Just a guy shot walking down the street with another guy.
See what I mean?
Well, it went straight through clean, no bone damage.
Is he okay?
Saw the guys with guns and he hid. The guy they killed, he said he had a message for someone named Elias. And he wanted me to give it to him, but I don't know an Elias. I tried to tell him that. I didn't understand it. Something about Vinny. Going to the cops here is like playing Russian roulette. You don't know which side they're on. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. I never get to come back here. Students, for starters, I can't leave them. They need me.
Well, you won't do those kids any good if you're dead, Mr. Burton.
My history teacher got killed by the Russians.
Yeah.
My name is John.
Thank you for saving my ass, John.
That's what he does.
It is.
Yeah.
Help us find the men who did this to your husband.
Elias will. And he'll kill each and every single one of those Russian bastards.
Where is Elias?
I never met him. Brighton Beach is just the beginning. Elias has bigger plans. He'll
Brighton
reunite
Beach
the
is the-
5 families and take out the Russian trash.
Ooh.
And then when he's finished...
Sounds like really mobby, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we're the gang of where we live.
Oh my god. What do you do?
Did you take note? Do that. Down the road.
We'll do that later.
5 or 6 heavily armed men were chasing.
Why do I feel
a
like
guy
he's
matching the
on
description of our
the
witness.
bad
His name's
side?
Tony Burton,
Who?
by the way.
This
Him.
guy?
Yeah.
He had gross-
Who was he with?
Some tall guy in a suit. Definitely not with the Russians. Shot one of them in the blood.
I like her face.
We got an ATM camera across the street. Might help shed some light on things.
It take 2 weeks and a warrant to get the footage. Ivan Yogurov.
Ivan Yogurov, got it.
He's on. They're all screwed.
Why?
I don't know.
Why
Just
do you
think they're all bad
bad?
people. Oh, he probably thought he was taken or something.
Maybe.
Didn't
Oh?
Who are these guys? And what's this cop doing with them? NYPD.
he? Told ya. I just feel like it was setting it up because they were like, if you go to the police, you don't know if you're going to get a good police or a bad
Yeah,
police.
but how do you know he's being bad? It was just a silver car.
Who's this? And who the hell's our mutual friend?
Recall you were going to take him to Oyster Bay.
So you're his guy.
No, detective. I think that's your role. I lost contact with him. I need you to run a license plate for me.
Yeah, sure, pal. I'll help you out.
Cover every exit. No way those two get out without going past us first.
I need you to stay awake, Charlie.
It's not really losing blood though by the looks of it.
Well, it went straight through, didn't it?
A lot of their parents are affiliated with the Russian mob, so I try to give them other options.
They're lucky to have you. What about the kids who don't make it?
Probably the ones shooting at us.
Well,
sounds like a lovely place to live.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere.
Where are you going?
To find us a pharmacy.
You should be careful about your cholesterol intake, detective.
Are we dating?
Do you have the information I asked you for?
It's a dead end. You saying this plate belongs to Elias?
Maybe. You mentioned in your report that the victim spoke to Mr. Burton before he expired.
What do you mean? You read my report? How'd you read my report?
What matters is that...
Telling me the Russians want the poor bastard dead because he witnessed them taking out Benny. And Elias wants him dead because he thinks he has sensitive information.
Wow.
Well,
indeed.
He's in a bad situation.
He is.
Hello, fellas. Can I borrow some of your drugs? Thank you.
The way he said that was perfect. Also, they did the same thing with the TV as the football. This time it was wrestling. I don't know if you heard it.
Yeah.
So he's one step ahead of all of them. Why Elias is trying to make a move for Brighton Beach.
I think Elias is the Don's kid.
So the Don's bastard son came back to clean up?
Claim his birthright?
Birthright. Gangs are so weird, aren't they?
Yeah.
What is that?
Cocaine.
Ooh.
I guess there's a first time for everything. You learn all this in hero training? Thank you.
Oh, aren't they the two that just got beaten up for drugs?
We don't give you any problems. You take them out, I can make that deal.
Well, when the Russians and Bulgarian gangsters are working together.
He took drugs from the wrong people.
Yeah.
But they just look like odd people. They didn't look like they would have much to do with it.
Yeah.
I can find a line that's still.
Can you take drugs from the right people then?
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I know.
They seem quite high up and...
Sorry I got you into this mess.
It's my job.
It's a dangerous career choice.
It's the second time today I've heard that. You remind me of him. I was just talking about you.
Where are you, Mr. Reese?
Such a cute little friendship.
Yeah, I love
really.
it. It's so good.
Housing project. Find me a way out of your fence.
2 service entrances. The one closest to you is in the northeast corridor.
Tell Fosco to meet us at Pier 11 at 7 a.m. Service stairs should be around the next corridor.
Oh, this is tense.
Eyes open. Could be anywhere.
Mr. Burton. Hey, Will. You just got lost. Come on. My dad's not home. You can hide in here.
He looks a bit too suspicious to me.
Who does?
That kid. Because he's like, oh, I try and give them another option to get out, go to college, and then he's like, what happens if they don't? And he's like, probably the people shooting us, and then they find someone that he teaches in there.
Field number 7645. I'm trying to turn on the locator.
I just realised what he said.
The report number is... Yeah, could you turn on the car's GPS locator and the microphone?
I thought you and your dad moved out of here.
Not yet. He said we will as soon as he gets a job.
Just don't move out of my school district, okay? And do your homework.
Yep, all of it.
I hope this kid gets out.
I'm trying.
That's all any of us can do, right?
Fincher's really in the middle of this one, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's getting involved.
Yeah.
Who are you?
To be fair, that looks like that kid.
You're that cop.
What, you think?
I don't know, I just think he looks like the little picture of the kid.
We better get to them first.
God, now they're going to have 3 gangs after them. Damn.
Oh, it's a bit of a crazy one, isn't it?
Who is
that
he?
you, Elias?
You just look like the little kid.
Wow.
What better way to be a gang leader than infiltrate into the police force, though?
Yeah. Open up, or we're coming in.
What do you want?
You all alone in there?
What's it look like?
Why don't you let me in so I can make sure?
My papa taught me better than to let strangers inside our place, especially punks.
Is that right?
That's right. He also said that Vorti are supposed to show respect to one another.
You be good, kid.
Thanks, Will.
It's all good, Mr. Burton. You're the best teacher I've got.
Why don't you just use the old entrance? The stairs got all rotted.
Where is it?
It's down the hall.
I don't like the idea of stairs that have rotted.
Yeah. Is it worse than Free Gangs?
Why do I feel like this kid's going to end up being killed in all this? They're going to find out that they've harboured him.
Open up, we're coming in. Anyone home?
Oh, this is where they were.
We're gonna end you.
Come on.
I don't think they're there. Oh. They're like inside the wall.
Looks like you got left behind.
Oh. Yeah, because they went back down the hallway, didn't they? So he must have gone back in. Yeah.
Your son Peter's wanted for questioning in the murder of Benny D'Agostino.
Know where we might find him?
Working all day long.
It's the
He's at
hairstyle.
storage getting more wine.
You may not be the best person to give your son an alibi.
This so-called war was started by this coward Elias, not me. He's the one who comes to my neighborhood, stealing from me, killing my people.
He doesn't sound like a very nice person.
Who?
Elias.
No.
Excuse me.
Mind if I borrow this for a moment?
Screw you.
It's a bad move to insult your hostage taker, Laszlo. Keep your mouth shut or I'll shut it permanently. Let's go.
And I'll make sure Detective Fusco meets you and the witness at the ferry.
You first.
The old entrance.
There you
I
go.
wanted to see them fall down the stairs, not like fall.
Just like,
but I wanted to see the
Yeah.
rotten stairs.
Just got a text. He's heading to Pier 11.
Someone. So.
Nice caller, Detective.
You too, Carter. Find out who called it in?
I have an idea.
oh, this is intense. Are they going to make it?
And I was just starting to believe that we could trust you, Detective. I'm disappointed.
There's no way I would have.
Oh.
Detective, are you there?
Oh, this is gonna be tight. So how's someone's?
You can trust him.
I don't know.
Charlie, I need you.
I'm like wondering how they found out.
I don't want to see these cretins running around my town ever again.
Oh, do you think Finch has a number for her? Or can find a number for her? Because I think Finch should call her.
Maybe.
And get her to meet instead.
It's a beautiful morning.
To
I
die.
have to thank you, John. Tell you the truth, I didn't think I'd see another one.
You didn't know what Elias looked like, so his lieutenant, Benny D'Agostino, was the next best thing. You're trying to rub out the witness.
Elias was supposed to be at the bodega that night.
He was meeting Benny.
Yeah. But when we showed up, Benny was all we saw.
Hey,
So he thinks... Wait, he's Elias!
Who?
The history teacher?
Scumbag like your boss here. He's tearing this town apart.
What are you talking about?
You don't know who he is, do you? What he's capable of.
You really don't get it, do you? You honestly think we go to all this trouble for a witness?
What's that face for? I don't...
Situation that you don't even understand.
Don't make me shoot you, John. Drop your weapon and kick it to me, please.
Like teaching history of the children of your enemies?
3 years I watched them. Cleaning up after the children of those pigs. It's a good amount of time to learn what makes your enemies tick, what makes them weak. You know all the secrets you and your family tried to hide, Laszlo? I learned all about from your own flesh and blood. Your children hate you almost as much as I do. Tie yourself to the railing, John, nice and tight. On your knees. Please.
That was a twist. I don't know why I'm surprised because every one of these episodes has a crazy twist. It's like, wait a second.
shooters were looking for you.
So good. I got
Benefits of no one knowing
goosebumps.
who you are or what you look like. That's gone now, I suppose. You know what Benny said before he died? He said, Veni vidi vici. I came, I saw, I won. He said we'd already won. This is for Benny.
Elias, if you kill him...
I'm not gonna kill him. I'm just gonna send a message. Brighton Beach belongs to me now. I thought about killing you, John. But I realized that that would seem ungrateful. If you stay out of my way, I'll stay out of yours.
What if I don't?
Then we'll meet again under less pleasant circumstances.
Yeah, goosebumps, man. This show's so good. That guy looks like a proper gangster as well, the police officer.
You believe me now?
Sorry, detective.
This one that they haven't really solved? Is this one they haven't really sorted?
They solved one mystery, I guess.
The machine found the man who was targeted for death. We just didn't know that he was also a killer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's my fault he's out there, Finch.
We knew when we began this that we might make a mistake.
And how many of those numbers will come up because we saved one man's life?
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Crazy conundrum.
But can't he turn around to that detective and be like, look, I know who it is, you need to prove it.
Nah.
No, I know it's the person,
Nah.
but I don't have any evidence. Find the evidence.
Yeah.
Because surely they could watch him enough to find evidence. But because he's a nobody, they've not looked into it.
You gave him a chance to leave. But there you go.
Well, his son got arrested straight away by Fusco. How could he have told him to leave?
Yes, so. He gets a phone call.
No, it's just beginning.
He does not look like the gangster type.
That's
he's
why
like,
the episode's
he's like
so
Reese,
good.
isn't he? Because it is like just... You wouldn't suspect him.
Yeah. That's what makes that episode so good, is it's so well written and throws you off so well until the very end, where it's all like everyone's working out.
Suddenly the penny drops.
Veni Vidi Vici. Well, that was episode 7, The Witness. And what did you witness, Claire?
I witnessed brain
melting.
Yeah.
Twists and turns.
There was a twister in my brain and it melted.
So I want to ask, well, what did you think of the episode?
It was really good. I had no idea.
That's what I was going to ask. Did you have any idea?
Until that ship, and I was like, what if Elias is him? And you're like... I was like...
Well, it was like, because it cut between the scenes with the Russian guy talking to her and...
I think it was the moment Fusco...
And then...
That whole thing with Finch and Fusco.
Finch was blaming Fusco.
Yeah, and I was like, wait a second, who else would know? And then I was like...
Yeah, but there we go. So, this episode followed... Charlie Burton was our number. Yeah. A history teacher for high school.
But why is his name Elias?
What do you mean? Why is his name Elias?
Oh,
because his mum's name was
that
Marlene.
His mum?
Marlene Elias is his mum's name. He is Carl Elias.
Oh, okay.
So his name isn't actually Charlie Burton. It's a cover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So no one knew who he was. He was put into the system, wasn't he, when he was younger? Because his mother was killed.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we opened with a murder in a bodega.
Yep.
A witness.
Yep.
Came over to the body.
Like the person whispered to him.
Yeah.
So the police were wondering who the witness was.
Yes.
To get more information on who the shooter was.
Yeah. We met a few new characters in this one, which I think was great as well, because that added to the whole misdirection of everything.
Yeah.
Because we met a new cop. I don't know if I wrote his name down. No, I probably didn't. Oh, Detective Shemansky. We met.
Yeah.
He's got a very deep voice. I like his voice. You even suspected him at one point. He was like, he's a bad guy. And then we had
every police officer was bad all of a sudden.
Yeah, we had an actual NYPD officer with
he
a
was a
scar
bad guy.
on his face. Yeah. But So they were looking for this guy. Meanwhile, Fusco calls him up and calls Reese up, who's already looking at the guy because he's the number. And
then the Russians
turned up to take him out.
So Finch,
Reese
rescued him.
Yeah, rescued him. Which is the whole conundrum of the episode.
That shooting scene, though. Where they're by the car.
And he
just
under the
door. Right in the knee.
Of course, the knee. So good. So good. But Elias, unfortunately... Charlie Burton, unfortunately, got hit by a bullet.
Yeah.
And the only way out of there was through the Double Bs, a Bulgarian drug gang run this place. It's a bit of a dump.
Yeah.
They hid in there for a bit. What did they do in there? Do you remember?
Well, they stole some drugs.
Stole some cocaine.
To help with the pain.
First time for everything.
Well, I don't know if that's a lie now. I'm like, you're a gang leader. Come on, you've dabbled. That stereotypical maybe.
When you say you've dabbled, I remind me of dib dabs. Do you know, with the lolly and you dip it in white powder?
I thought you was going to say of Breaking Bad when the guy's like, whoa!
Yeah, well, that as well.
Why wasn't there that reaction?
No.
God,
So,
disappointing.
yeah, but...
and a hard phone line.
Yeah, Reese showing off his skills once more.
Yeah.
He managed
I don't have a phone line at my house.
We do, but yeah, no, it's
I
not
like
really,
it's something that your
it's not really
parents
needed
have.
anymore. Yeah, I wouldn't probably have one.
No,
There's no
because I've got a
point.
mobile.
All we get is scam phone calls, so yeah. But he showed off his skills again by helping him with the bullet wound.
Yeah.
And then also by wiring up a phone from the line in the wall. But yeah, they went to then escape. Using Finch's advice.
Yeah, because they got through to Finch about the Northwest service stairwell, but then one of his students popped out like, Mr. Burton, what are you doing?
Which again, I think is another perfect hole that sells the idea that he is a teacher. So it's a really good selling point to be like, this guy couldn't possibly be bad. Right. Look at him. He doesn't like guns. He's never had cocaine.
It's a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And like you said at the end, he doesn't really... When you look at him, he just looks... I don't know.
Like a school
Reese said he reminded him of Finch, which I can see.
Yeah.
Like some of the things he was saying and stuff. He doesn't like guns. And he wants to help people. But yeah, when you really think about it, he's like, he could totally be a mob boss. Just hidden away in plain sight. But yeah, the connection with Will seemed real. Like, he really seemed to care about how well he did at school and stuff. But it all turns out in the end, so... I don't know if you saw, so Reese kidnapped, one of the Bulgarian guys, or was it a Russian guy? I think it was about... No, it was a Russian guy, because it was the Russian guy that wanted to just jump straight in and go in.
Oh, yeah, because it was the Russian son, wasn't it?
Yes, yeah. So he took his phone and phoned Finch to get the details.
Yeah.
And then if you saw, as they went through the door to the entrance, he passed the phone to Charlie Burton.
Did he?
Yeah, he passes the phone to him, who... Obviously, we got the text.
Yeah.
He's going to be at the 11th pier at 7 a.m.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I noticed that he passed it back, and then you looking around like, perfect time on the rickety stairs to text. So and then the reveal up at the end. Obviously, Finch called Carter. Well, he called Carter to let him know that the Russians were there, so she arrested a Russian.
Yeah.
So at the same time, a Russian was in custody being questioned by Carter. Finch called up Fusco, blaming him. Like, when we thought we could trust you. Which I would quite like this episode, because Finch and Fusco had a bit more connection. Yeah. So there are a few scenes, like the hot dog.
Yeah, you'll get cholesterol. Are we dating?
Yeah, we dating. There's a lot of funny bits in this as well. Yeah. It's nicely written. And Fusco got punched out by the Scar guy. Another thing we saw with Finch was him hacking a camera on a cash machine.
The ATM,
Yeah. Which is really cool.
He was doing that to double check that
where
Reese out.
Went, but then saw the cop. Which, did you think he might have been Elias at one point? I feel like...
I did. He kind of looked a bit like that little boy picture. Because I think it was the hair, the dark same sort of colour hair.
What little boy picture are you talking about?
Of Elias.
Is there a boy picture of Elias? Oh, yeah, maybe.
They opened the case file and was like, this was...
Oh, okay. Yeah. But turns out he's just maybe his right-hand man, or seems like it. He seems quite important. He got him out of there.
Yeah. Kind of intrigued where he got his scar on his face.
Yeah. he has a total look of a gangster though.
Yeah,
Even when he was in the uniform, the police uniform, you're like, you look a
I'm
bit.
not talking to you.
Yeah. But the whole reveal of Elias.
Yeah.
And it's not all been building up to
the way
this.
the Russian was like, you don't know who he is, and then it like drops, doesn't it?
The penny dropped, like, because the Russian guy was talking about it, and then the son as well, who's tied up on the boat, was saying, you don't even know who he is, do you? Yeah, this scumbag, and it all just started. Everyone started clicking, like, oh no.
Yeah.
When did we first heard about Elias in episode 3?
Yeah, it was when they stole the knife.
Yeah, they stole the knife from the deposit box, from the evidence locker. Sorry. But that was this is episode. So it was like 4 episodes. Yeah. Okay. Which is really cool. We've heard his name again. We heard a lot about him last time because Vincent Delua, something like that. He was stabbed because he was the one who stabbed Marley and Elias.
Someone was stabbed with the same knife from the Elias case.
Yes, exactly.
And then they got the old cop involved because they were trying to
then
work
got
it
killed.
out. Who then got killed and then she got shot.
So we've been hearing the name Elias every now and then. I think we heard it again in episode 4, episode 6. So it all paid off. But we'll have to see what damage Elias does now, I guess. Yeah. But I didn't click who it was him when I first watched. So.
I feel like it was interesting to see like the effects of the machine in the aspect of like I can't remember what episode it was, but then when we saw them creating the machine, and the person that was working with Finch was like all these irrelevant numbers, like the guilt of an irrelevant number and stuff, and then we've kind of seen it on the aspect of like Reese hasn't been fazed by anything that's happened until this episode where he's out like we saved the number. But now, how many more numbers are going to come up because it turned out they saved the bad guy? They saved the bad guy.
How many?
Yeah,
crimes
you kind of
and
see
stuff is he going to cause?
Yeah, you kind of see Reese a bit like touchy on what he's doing at that point.
That's the thing. That's the whole thing that Finch said as well. We knew going into this we might make mistakes because we don't know if they're good or bad.
Yeah,
the machine just points you in the direction, and I feel like pointing him in the... I mean, he was a victim in that case.
Yeah.
He was going to be killed. He was the target.
But would it have been better off if he had been killed?
Yes, that's the problem. So,
but then I feel like the other one that we had that was the killer was like that nurse, wasn't it? That was going to kill the person that raped her sister, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
That was like her first time murdering someone.
Yeah.
And Reese ended up talking her out of it, and she's probably gone on to lead a normal life.
Yeah, exactly. So
whereas this person, it's like
it depends who they're saving. They could go on to do good.
But that's what I mean. This is a different one, isn't it?
That's what I like about it a lot. Is that it's.
But it's the first time you've seen Reese kind of get affected.
Yeah.
And second guess things.
What
like,
they're doing.
Wait a second.
Yeah. So, really, really interesting episode. Don't think there was much else. We heard about the 5 families. Apparently Elias wants to reunite the 5 families and take over not only Brighton Beach, which is he's now, he says.
Yeah.
But
the
probably the city, I imagine. Yeah.
Gotham is theirs.
But really like that episode.
It was good.
Very, very good.
Do I know what's going to happen next time?
No. Well, that's the thing again with this series at the time being is it's one of the criticisms, I guess, or the nitpicks people say is that it's very number of the week. It's like, this is the crime of the week, solve it. But this is a good example.
I like it, because there's also an overarching story.
Yeah, well here...
That now you're like, wait, are we going to see this guy again? Yeah. Is he going to end up being able to stop this guy?
Well, that's the thing. He said, his guy came up and said, it's done, it's over. And then Elias was like, nope, it's just beginning.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, is Reese not going to be able to let it rest and try and...
Well, that's what they even said. What happens if I do cross your path? And it's like, it will be on less pleasant terms. Yeah. So, but this one definitely had answered some questions.
Yeah.
The overarching Elias thing has come to fruition.
We didn't see any machine in this.
No, still no machine. But we still got a while.
Yeah.
So for this season at least, so But it's still, I feel like at this point it's still building the world, it's building some of the characters and the relationships. And
Fusco.
Yeah, it's got a lot to... That's the thing with season 1s of shows. They have to build the world and the characters and make you care about them. And you do care about them. I do at least.
And not give out too much that
exactly.
You wanting more.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want all the answers right away, otherwise it'd be a bit boring, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah. But really enjoying it. We have many more episodes to go. I don't know what the next one's called. But yeah, there we go. Thank you very much for watching.
Yes.
The next episode on the channel will be Mandalorian, the finale of The Mandalorian, Season 1. That should be good. Then we'll be back in maybe a week or so for Person of Interest, Episode 8. Depends how fast I can edit. I'm not that fast. I'm sorry. I apologise. But there we go. Thank you again. We shall see you next time. Bye-bye.